Sophia here from mygreatchallenge.blogspot.com, and yes, the lighting is absolutely horrendous, and there's a reason for that. I am in my boiler room. I'm finally kicking myself in the rear to start reorganizing the basement. So I'm going to give you a little tour, one room at a time, because I don't want to overwhelm you, and plus you won't remember by the time I'm on series number 6 what I was showing you in the first place. So today is the boiler room reorganization, and boy, is there a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And there's a reason why I'm starting with this room today. It's because we coming into heating season, and I have to declutter this room because the boiler obviously is in there, as well as the water tank. So let me give you a quick tour and tell you what my plan is. And again, I'm sorry about the horrible lighting. This is a very small room, and there's only one bulb, and it's right over there, and it's in my face right now. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So we have a door here. That's a plain door that I'm going to give you a peek behind. That goes in the basement where my son is playing.
Hey, what's up?
Playing Xbox. And then there's another door over there that goes to the other side of the basement. Right here, but this stuff, okay. Obviously I have work to do. But here's the boiler room, so I don't think you can see much. So I'm standing in front of the other door that goes towards this here. So here's the boiler, right? So that needs to be taken care of, and I have to remove all the stuff that's around it. There's this shelf here that's basically a dump ground for whatever. I don't know what's in those boxes. There's a formal attempt on my part to learn to play the guitar by myself that lasted about 3 weeks. There's the water tank right here, which by the way needs to be purged. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff here. There's extra chairs I don't need. There's a whole bunch of stuff right here. There's coats over here. I don't know what's behind. There's boxes there. And then there's the water. Is that water? No, that's gas. I think it's gas. I don't know. That's my husband's department. I don't know. I think it's gas. Possibly. Oh yeah, PSCNG. It's gas. All right. And then there's those 2 armoires here that used to be in the basement on the other side, but I moved them here. And of course, there's a lot of empty space. These are not properly utilized. And then there's this whole space above here with a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what's in there. There's a antique rooster thing. There's magazines that fell, wrapping paper, Christmas stuff, and then on the other side there's this here. That's one of the boxes I was telling you about in another video that has china or crystal or both, I'm not sure. That needs to be sent upstairs. The lamp, there's a pair of shoes in the back. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'm gonna empty it and then reorganize, or if I'm gonna do one corner at a time. Gotta figure it out. I'm going to put the camera on the tripod as I am emptying this space, and I think I'm going to start with this area over there. starting to look better. I think I got 3 garbage bags of stuff. This is where I'm at so far. Alright, so this has all been emptied. You can tell the stuff that I've been putting on top. That's my sewing kit here. I have a box here full of Scott's old artwork, so it's nicely tucked. I gotta make sure that, you know, it stays in here. I don't want to put it in the garage, it's too humid. I have the 2 chairs I put on top, and then this I gotta bring up to the office because these are all, you know, odds and ends office supplies that's gotta go up. Big binder that has to go. Basket, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep it, to be honest. I've always loved it, but I've never used it, so why keep it? Wrapping papers here. And then here, what I did is that I consolidated everything that has to do with fabric remnants. So I have a box of fabric here, and then I have another one here, and then some more here, and some art supplies, and my activity scene here that needs to be put in the Christmas stuff, but I placed it out of the way. I don't want it to get broken. And then in this one right here, if you can see, I'm not sure, these are all memorabilia that I've been keeping over the years. Kids' drawings, kids' pictures, portraits, things like this. I need to figure out a way to sort that into plastic containers that are going to preserve them or archive them. At least over there I have extra picture frames that, you know, sometimes I rotate depending. And then over here, if I move the tripod, everything here has been pretty much emptied. So what I think I'm going to do is get all the toolboxes and bring them here instead, because this is a warm room and it would make sense to keep the tools in an environment that is warm. So I'm thinking what I can do as well is, since I have this sheetrock here, I could do one of those things where you get the shadow, right, and then just have the tools set up all over here. That would not be a bad idea at all, because sometimes we're looking for tools and we just got to dig in and dig in and dig in the boxes until we find what we're looking for, and I think this would be the perfect place. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the tools on that wall. And on the side note, look who just found herself a nice little nook. Hi Vespa. See, because I put blankets on top of this, so she just found the perfect spot. The dogs can't get her, but now I have to leave the door open so she can get out, otherwise we're gonna end up locking her into this room. Not good. Oh my God. Okay, so here's the story with the tools. They are everywhere. I didn't want to have the tools in the garage because we have a detached garage. So if you need a tool, you got to get out of the house, cross the yard, go into the garage, close the door, come back. So if it's the winter, it's kind of like not practical. So I have another room, which I'm going to show you, that's also a mess that needs to be organized. When you go into my basement, still on the Xbox, there's this room right here. Oh God, embarrassment. Yeah, so all the tools are here, and all the way in the back over there, and I think I showed you that before, is the oil tank. So the goal here is to consolidate all of that, right, those boxes with tools, and move them to the other room. The issue that I've had is that I've gotten to hate those boxes from IKEA. They look pretty practical. They're a regular plastic box with a top that goes like this, but that top never stays in, it caves in, and then when we want to take tools upstairs, like a few tools, we take the box. Not practical. So what I did today, this is the mess I'm getting rid of. This is all going to the dumpster. I bought this, don't mind me, alright? Okay. I went to Kmart and I bought this basket thing, and it was only 20 bucks, which is not bad at all. So it's going to go right here, alright? And this is going to be the to-go tool case. Then I got boxes. Where are they? Somewhere in there. I bought boxes, I know that. And I bought this thing right here. And in this I'm going to put the power tools. And then I'm going to have all the boxes here, and I'm going to label. Some of them have dividers. Like this one, for instance, that's going to be for the screwdrivers. And then I have this one right here, and that's going to be for the screws and bolts and things like that. And then I have the regular plastic boxes that are going to be stacked here with labels. And then the big tools like the saw, right, and the hammer and, you know, whatever, are going to be there with the shadows. So that way I have all my tools here, and when you need something, right, follow me here, when I need something and I have a project, I can put the tools in here. I have my basket, I can grab the stuff. So I would have the power drill with the bits together. This would be for the Dremel, and maybe this for the sander, whatever electric tool I have. Okay, let me get started. Okay, so I've never done anything like this before, so bear with me while I'm learning. We're gonna start with this saw right here, which I'm gonna put here. So I have to mark where I want to put the nails, and I guess I'm gonna do one right here and one right here. So let me try this. I'm gonna slant my nails ever so slightly. Here's one and here's two. Okay, and well, I guess it's working, if you can see that? Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is trace it, so that way I have a Sharpie, and I'm just gonna trace the saw right here. I don't mind doing this in this room because I have no intention of doing anything with this room outside of what I'm doing right now. So this is traced. Let's see. Alright. I think it works. I mean, you can see that goes right here. So what I'm probably going to do, because I don't know what the name of this saw is, what I'm probably going to do is put a label and write right here what kind of saw it is. Because what I want to do ultimately is be able to tell my kid, hey, go get me the jigsaw or the whatever you call it. Alright, next we're going to do this one right here. And same thing, I'm going to mark where I'm putting the nails to hold it. It's going to be one here and one here. Probably would work better if I had some kind of anchors in the back. Just got to be careful not to put the nails too deep in. So far so good. Let me trace it and move right along. Taking one box at a time because I have about 8 of them, and I'm just going to sort things out and put them where it is that I need them to be. I will label later, but right now I just need to put stuff away. Tool room, and it's starting to already look a little bit better. I'm making a box right now of just odds and ends. It's kind of like the stuff that I don't know where to put it other than in this box, because it's just a single item that doesn't really require to have its own box. So it's going to stay here for now, and I have all of these here that I need to empty out, and quite frankly I have no idea what these are. Alright, typical odd and end right there. It's kind of like, oh, it's all hooks. Okay, alright. I was looking for those. Oh, there you go. So, I know it will be in there, so I gotta get rid of these. And, yeah, just put this box on top. But I'm trying to, like, preserve the light. But I'm trying to preserve the light, because if I put stuff here, it just blocks the light and you can't see anything. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. And let me show you, it's still the mess right here. All the stuff I'm supposed to get rid of. And this is where I'm at right now with this one. So I have this shelf here that's almost done, and then the tools over there, and more tools here, and then the basket easily accessible right here on top. So I have an empty space right there. I got to get rid of those are empty. And what I think I'm going to do is have this box here of china, and then I have, I think, 2 more on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and just stack them here, because I need to put them somewhere until I kind of like empty the boxes, and it's not happening until we get furniture. And well, the story is that we're going to Ohio next week, and we're getting furniture that we're inheriting. So we're gonna go get the furniture, and then one of the big pieces is gonna go in the dining room, and that's where I'm gonna put all of my extra pieces of china and crystal, because Lord knows I have a lot of that. Okay. But in the meantime, I'm going to get them out of the basement and put them here, and then when that's empty, probably put those boxes, stack them, and then put them in the basement. One of the things I want to do eventually, and since the season is coming soon, is use the space here, right here, to put all of the Christmas stuff. Because you see all those boxes over there, that's the Christmas stuff. And I don't know, I think it would be best to have it in a way where I can kind of like really organize it well and label it and all of that. So I might do this, but I still have all of this here to figure out what it is and empty out. So we're going to dinner. We've been invited. See my kid playing in the background? God, all day. We've been invited to dinner tonight. Well, yeah. So we've been invited to dinner tonight, and obviously we gotta leave. So I'm not gonna be able to finish this today, and that's fine. I'll finish tomorrow, and you'll have, you know, a complete video, I guess, of these 2 rooms, and then I have way more to do. So just to give you a heads up, in the basement I have to build bookcases for the thousands or so books that I have right now that I precariously, check this out, put together. So you see how I did it. Hold on, let me give you a alright, so this is what I did, right? I have books stacked this way and books stacked this way, and I have a shelf, and then books stacked this way. So basically I made like a bookshelf. So I have all of this here, and then more books on the other side here that need to be put on bookcases. So I have to do that. Then there's the space underneath the staircase that needs to be emptied out and put together. See, what happened with the basement, which I call the Freudian basement, is that while it's semi-finished and we have a room where we do the laundry and we watch TV and the kids obviously play on the Xbox, there's 3 rooms in here that have been just like put it there and forget it type of room. It's just kind of like a attic basically, because we don't have an attic. Well, we do, but you know, we don't really use it. But anyway, so all of the stuff that we don't want, that hasn't been sorted, that we don't want to see right now, goes down to the basement in those 3 rooms, and the result is what you just saw. But it just got out of control, and I'm overwhelmed. I just can't stand it anymore. Like, there's been a period of my life where I could just totally live with this kind of clutter and not think twice about it. Now that I'm getting one project after the other and I'm sharing all of my progress with you, it just keeps on motivating me to do more and more and more, and I'm really committed to maintaining things the way I put them together, which I've been pretty good at. Oh, and by the way, in case you want an update, I have been doing my little 28-day routine thing. I'm tweaking it here and there, so I'm not ready to show you what I do yet, only because there's been days where I haven't been able to maintain it, and then there's days where I would do 2 days worth of routine. So it's kind of, I'm working on it, okay? I'm working on it. It's gonna come. But anyway, so let me finish this, or try my best, because I think I have half an hour before we leave. And then we'll see what it looks like. I'll probably, you know, see you again tomorrow. Okay, well, I pretty much cleaned out this whole area and put it back in some kind of ordered chaos. I have this shelf here that's been emptied out.
I think I know a better player.
I have some, I don't know, like extra chairs, foldable chairs, another one here. And just to give you an example of like the kind of stuff that we keep in a house that I don't even know why I'm keeping it. But anyway, well, I know why I'm keeping it, but I don't know if I should keep it. See, in those garment bags here are 3 dresses that my mom made for me when I was pregnant. And I wore them, all 3 of them, for my 2 pregnancies. So I'm keeping them because mom made them. But let's face it, I'm never gonna wear them again. So I'm keeping them. I guess it's a sentimental thing. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you keep things like that? Like, for instance, I know some people keep their wedding dress. We didn't have like a traditional wedding with a big gown or whatever. I had just like a, I think it was a Liz Claiborne dress, which I still have. It's upstairs, actually. I still fit in it. It's a nice dress. It was like kind of like one of those maxi dress type thing. But the bottom line is that I kept because, you know, that's something that I can use again. But, I mean, what do you do? Like, this is really good questions. Like, what do you do with your wedding dress? Like, do you keep it? I mean, I know people store it, and then they have, like, specific storage, you know, boxes, and you take it to the dry cleaner, and you put it nice and stuff. But what do you do with it afterwards? Like, do you just like keep it in the attic, or do you pass it down to somebody? I don't know. I have no idea. My mom did keep hers, and you know, God knows, I mean, she's 77 now. So, but it's just like we keep stuff sometimes, and we don't realize it. But one thing after the other, it's actually taking some room, and it's taking not just physical room, but it's taking emotional room. So I really don't know what to do with these dresses. I feel that I need to keep them because mom made them, and I actually like them, but I'm never gonna wear them again. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day a daughter-in-law will be interested in wearing those dresses, but I doubt it. So I don't know. You let me know what I should do with them. I'm open to any suggestion. Anyway, so this is what it looks like so far. And I'm glad I was doing this today because I found the baskets for Halloween, which is coming up in 3 weeks or 4, I'm not sure. So then I have this box of books right here that are very, very, very old. You know, oh, look at that. What do you know? It's an old Jane Eyre, and it's old and busted. I don't even know what year this is. Hold on. Let's see. So these are going to be in the basement on the shelves. Oh, it smells wonderful. This is printed out of Cleveland and 1946. All right. Ah. I love the smell of old books. This is trash. This is trash, 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 trash. This I have to sort, and pretty much everything else is done. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I feel really good about this. To be honest, I really, really do feel good about this. This was like a thorn on my side. The whole tool shed kind of organization project is something that I've been thinking about for months and months and months and months, and I've been procrastinating it. And today I got up, I was like, well, I gotta do a video, what am I gonna do? And you know, I was gonna do some craft thing, and I said, you know what, you got way too much stuff to do in this house. And Scott was doing some other stuff upstairs. He's freelancing this weekend, so you know, he's kind of busy. So anyway, one thing led into another, decided to start doing this, and now I'm motivated again. So you see, all you have to do is start. Just take the first step and you'll get there. I hope I'm keeping you motivated. I'm not saying you got to do exactly the same things that I'm doing, like this craziness right here. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you have projects that you've been procrastinating, just start, you know, and watch and see what happens. You're gonna start doing the project, and maybe you'll feel overwhelmed about, you know, 20 minutes into it, but as you start seeing progress and the clean spots or the empty spots or the boxes that are getting emptied one after the other, you really do get motivated to continue and finish the project. So for some reason I was not all that into it when I started this morning, but now, I mean, we got to go to dinner and all of that, but tomorrow morning I just really can't wait to finish this. Really can't wait. And to be honest, I'm thinking I want to have this room for my Christmas stuff in the let me get the tripod out of the way. I want to have the room for my Christmas decor in that other room. So I'm gonna have to consolidate it, and since all of this is memorabilia and it needs to be sorted and boxed and labeled, maybe I can label the stuff here and put the Christmas stuff here, but in those 2 cabinets. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna fit because there's a lot. So maybe I'll stay in the garage. I'm not sure. Anyway, so Yeah, let me go wash my hands, put my face back together, and dust myself off, and I'm going out to dinner. We're going to an Irish pub tonight. It's gonna be real good, shepherd's pie, and probably, or some pork chops, I don't know. And I'll see you again when I come back tomorrow, okay?